Yo, we're over here on the panel. Check this out. We are over here ready to start the JLR stream. Let me check with you. Make sure you're with me here. Y'all with me here? Everybody with me? Did we make it out safely? Did we make it all over here safely? Everybody here? Everybody over here? Did y'all make it over here? Everybody good? We good? How many we got landing? We got a lot. Everybody good over here? Everybody make it safely all in one spot? I hope so. We all good? Oh yeah, we good. We good. Here we go. Let's get JLR let's get him on the TV here. Let's get him going. Because he's out here just going to town, baby. He's going to town. Can't tell him nothing. You hear me? Can't tell him nothing. Let's see here. Where you at here? Let's see. We got some Fox News going on. And JLR in the house here. Let's see.
Evidence in a possible break in the Nancy Guthrie case. Investigators have recovered a black glove from a roadside near the mother of Today Show host SAVANNAH Guthrie's house. The New York Post reporting it resembles the pair worn by the masked person in the surveillance video released yesterday. It comes amid thousands of tips to law enforcement in the case, including one that led police to question a man last night who says he had nothing to do with Guthrie's disappearance. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt is in Tucson, Arizona, with today's developments. They keep on coming hour after hour. Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening, Brett. The painstaking search of desert brush areas around Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood may, and I emphasize the word may, have just paid off. During their search today, as you just mentioned, investigators discovered a black glove just off the road. It appears to be similar to the gloves worn by the person seen on doorbell camera video at Nancy Guthrie's home in the early hours of the morning of Sunday, February 1st, right around the time the 84-year-old disappeared. Since the release of those videos by the FBI yesterday, thousands of tips have been flooding in, 4,000 calls to the sheriff's department alone. Now, one of those tips led to a man in Rio Rico, about 60 miles south of Tucson. He was detained Tuesday night and questioned for several hours, but then released without charge.
All I know is that they show my in-law a picture of somebody wearing a mask or something, and they supposedly look like my eyes.
Much of the ongoing investigative work continues to be focused on a potential route between Nancy Guthrie's and her daughter Annie's home, a home Annie shares with her husband Tommaso, who is believed to be the family member who last saw Nancy Guthrie when he dropped her off at her house on the evening of January 31st, just hours before the masked suspect showed up on that doorbell camera video. Now, two people were seen removing items from Annie Guthrie's home today. It's unclear whether they were law enforcement officers or members of the private security detail the Guthrie family is believed to have hired. We are waiting, Brett, to hear more details about this glove. It may be crucial evidence, but we should also point out that it is similar in some ways to the gloves worn by investigators as they search. So, as with so much in this mysterious case, Brett, this could be a breakthrough. It could be absolutely nothing. Brett?
All right, Jonathan, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News.
All right, let's go investigate JLR and see what he's talking about. Because we gotta catch up with him and see what he got going on. He's out here been live all fucking day. He's probably got 195,000 steps in. He's out here on the live search. He's on it. He's on getting the pizza delivered. He is not letting that Pima sheriff out of his sight. You hear me?
Shift change. All right, so one deputy gone. We got the 5 o'clock hour. I think what I'm gonna do is once this is over, in the next hour, as far as everyone starts leaving because it starts to get dark, I'll stick around. I think I'm gonna head back over to Tommaso's and see what's going on.
I'm out after this. Are you here till the 10?
Yeah. Okay.
Stay the night? I'm done. Headed home. This is just spent the night here.
Yeah, so guys,
Absolutely.
so far down there.
Dude.
We just stayed the night.
What's in the ground?
Last night was the Rio Rico thing. Where they
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So Nogales was just, like 10 minutes on the road.
You get it.
I got a military chopper up, but it doesn't come up on flight radar. There's nothing really out here right now, to be honest. I've been looking around, and there's just a lot of people standing around. Show you the scene down here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's out of Phoenix.
Yeah. I'm a Cronkite. So. I met Hector.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. That was MJM. Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, BTM.
We're just,
How you doing?
seeing
So did you hear about the
what's
glove
going to
being
happen
found?
next. That's
I can't hardly hear you at all.
How about now? Is it better?
Yeah.
Did you hear about the glove being found?
Yeah, where was it found?
I think it was found. We just pulled the article. It was found in the roadside, a mile and a half from Nancy Guthrie's home. It was like a black glove. So that's interesting. So it looks like they were, could be possibly he tossed the glove out, or it could just be a random glove. But I guess
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if it's the one that he tossed out.
Yeah, it looks similar, but we never know.
I mean, as time goes on, though, I'm not gonna lie, it's more and more bleak that she's still alive.
Yeah, the problem is that there's no real demand for money, and a mile and a half. It says in the article, but 1.4 is close enough, I guess. That's what the article said. That could have been any of the weirdos trying to make us hurt. That is true, but I think the FBI found it. I think someone found it, so I don't know. I think there's a possibility that's evidence. You saw JLR with a box. I don't think he would do that. I mean, I don't think he'd do that. But oh my God, he had 60K in a budget rental. Yeah, that's funny. But pretty much I feel like the issue with this case was that if this was a lot more effort taken earlier on, I think they would have found this guy a lot sooner, to be honest with you, unfortunately. Because I feel like a lot of leads dried up on this case. I believe that too. Yeah. They did not take this quite seriously. So, let me see. Well, it says here.
Thing. I think now.
Yeah, it says FBI recovered a black glove from the roadside near Nancy Guthrie's house, potentially a major clue in the search. So I can imagine maybe the guy took off the glove and tossed it out of the car. I don't know. But it's such a common glove. It's not really that great.
Where's Brian Enton?
Yeah, I think he made another video for Enton. Could it be revenge? Revenge for what? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yes, it definitely makes a difference.
I think Brian Enton made another video, I think. Which is interesting.
Will you pop it in the back or put it up?
Sure, give me a moment. I'll pull it up. I think he was driving with a police officer. Let me see. Let me see. Here, I'm putting it in the back. It's like a. It says the search for Nancy Guthrie in the desert intensifies. Subject questions and released. What changed? That was the one that was released about an hour ago. Jake Tapper was still out there too. A lot of people are, but I think eventually, unfortunately, you know, it's getting dire the more time passes. Maybe they could have double glove, possibly. Maybe. I mean, let's just hope that that's a good clue, that glove. I think they started serving ice water because.
Nope, right here. Sorry.
Well, I think JLR is trying to.
Right here. Sorry.
Trying to kind of keep the stream going because there's really nothing much that happened today, really, as compared to yesterday.
Actually, you guys.
More flowers.
Oh, they're putting up flowers. That's nice.
More yellow flowers, neighbors.
You know, the shocking thing, this could have happened to anyone. You know, any of these people in this neighborhood could have been kidnapped or something like that. So, it's a pretty sad situation. Put the video in the back, by the way. Could they possibly get DNA from the glove? Yeah, they can get DNA from the glove. Probably, you know, sweat or something like that. Maybe a hair. If it is the glove, you know what I mean? It could be just some random glove in the desert, just like tossed out in the desert by the road. I mean, it's not going to shock me. The guy was, as he probably put the glove on top of his freaking truck or his vehicle. You know what? I've noticed that no matter how sophisticated the criminal is, they always make mistakes.
Always.
Look at Koberger. Left the knife sheath at the scene, and that got him caught. That was like the final nail in the coffin. You know? So. I was expecting Dolly to walk back and forth in front of the JLR with a shirt of the logo. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of funny if he did that, actually.
Blue painting, thank you.
Can we talk about the guy in the leopard pants? I mean,
The guy to the left in the the leopard pants. I'm done.
listen, you got to get that inner tiger in
Right.
you.
He's just trying to, you know, get in tune with his inner Tiger King.
Yeah, exactly. This Tiger King energy is coming out. Jailer investing. Maybe he's like burnt out. I mean, but there's really nothing. You're basically sitting there waiting. You know, they were supposed to do a press conference. They didn't do a press conference. They detained the suspect and then they basically let him go. It's just not a lot today. OJ in the glove, yeah. Bro, Dolly's like literally funding the middle, like the delivery services. He's just eating and eating and eating.
So they're placing flowers here.
That's true. He was noticed. See, if it don't fit, you must have quit. Yeah. Well, he had another glove under it on. Like he was gonna just put that glove on immediately. What's up, Trip? Oh yeah, her James Van Der.
Hi, Brian.
Just died. It's like the Dawson's Creek. Like I don't want to. I never watched the show. I just heard the lyrics because I watched the C. Like I think it was like the CW. Leopard season says, "Where are the pigs? Where are the javelinas? Where are the pigs? We need to find the pigs." Were they scared off by all the press? Oh, man, that sucks. Well,
dude, this was the woman that said she knew Tommaso. Hold on. Remember the woman that was saying the school was rallying behind him? She was the one that was talking on the side. She said the school was rallying behind him. What do you think?
I don't know, JR. I don't know what to think.
Tommaso. No way. He could have done this. No way. No one at the school thinks he's done it.
Javelinas aren't pig. That's not the name of the pig. I don't know what to think, JLR. I'm looking for the pigs. I guess they're not pigs. Just looked it up. Someone corrected me. Muskogs.
Yes, I'm Coach.
You gotta pay attention. They do look like pigs, but they're not. Apparently, they're hogs. There's something else. They're not hogs. You see. It was funny that JLo was trying to get one to come to him like it was somebody's pet. I know, right? I think he was just hoping like the pig would come to him and he would pet him and he would have something to hang out with. Maybe that would be his new sidekick, the pig and him, travel across the country. The Javelina pig or Javelina. What do they call it? What's the technical name before people get mad at me? What is a Javelina? Let's see. What are they called? What is the name? I'll just call them the Javelinas. Desert ditch hogs. I didn't know Betty. We're talking about Betty Trip. The J is silent. It's Javelina. Ah, okay. It's Javelina.
All right. I was listening to you. You said you knew Tommaso?
So friends of mine are taught. He's a teacher at a school close by here called Basis, Laurel Valley. And he's a teacher there for my friends.
Oh, for your friends. And I heard you saying they're all like supporting him and everyone's.
Yeah, they think he's a really good guy. Yeah.
Is he there now?
You know, I don't know.
Like, was he put on leave or?
Let me see. You want me to find out?
Yeah, can you find out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What channel you looking at?
JLR.
JLR?
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm here with these reporters. One of the news reporters of JLR is asking me if Tommaso is still teaching at Basis or did he take some time off?
Also, did he visit the local salon to get his eyebrow waxed? We need to know.
Okay, she's not sure.
Not sure.
Did he get his eyebrow waxed and his shave
Everyone
beard?
there supporting him.
Still there, yeah.
Beard shaved.
Oh, okay. Is she a teacher there or something?
No, she has my friend. I'm not going to say her name,
Yeah,
but she has some kids that go there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard you saying everyone there is like supporting him.
Yeah. Everyone says he's a great guy. That's what I said.
Thank you.
Yeah, everyone. My friend said 100% of the parents are supporting him.
Parents, all the parents are supporting him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all said he's amazing.
What's he teach there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what subject? Like, was it biology or something?
Yeah, he's just one of the teachers. My friend, who I'm not giving her name, she's a woman.
Holy Carol Baskins, what's going on here?
He's interviewing the friend of Tommaso, but he's not asking the hard questions. Can you stop for a moment? He's not asking the hard questions. I would have asked her, hey, did he like...
This is his best friend right here on the screen?
This is Tommaso's friend from school.
Oh, this lady here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
And like, you know, the hard questions JLR should be asking is, it's like, did he visit the salon, get his eyebrow waxed a little bit? Did he trim his beard?
Huh, right.
You know, that's what the question that should have been asked. But
oh my, okay. Well, here we go.
What do you think? She calls up somebody there at the school. I was, you know, I'm back in my mind too. She says, "I have a reporter here named JLR." She'd probably be like, "Don't talk to him. Don't say anything. That guy. Don't say anything."
Measure his fingers.
No, her friend has children where Tommaso is a teacher in their school. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Yeah, he's asking like, does she have? He's on leave or something.
I know. I'm just viewing that.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. We were talking about the Tiger King before I left, so I thought that's what we were. I thought that's what we were talking about. See, look, there's right there to the left. Okay, there we go. See, we were talking about him first.
Maybe that's why the javelinas are scared. They see the colors and they think it's like a predator nearby.
Yes, and they're javelinas, but the J is silent.
I know. I was told by the chat.
Okay. It's kind of like when people say Illinois, and it's Illinois. The S is silent, but they say Illinois.
I was also informed they weren't pigs.
No, JLR's turned up all the way. There goes DV.
neighbors are out. It's crazy. So many neighbors want to street for dogs.
Earlier, we were streaming on Rumble and Kick and YouTube.
I'll talk to you in a second. No problem. No problem. You like what? I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I'll talk to you later. You're breaking up. I'm sorry.
They're probably texting her like, "You're being recorded. Our conversations are being heard. Text, do not speak."
Yeah, they're like, we're listening. Don't say a word.
Oh no.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, I was pretty proud of myself. I definitely did we were streaming on Rumble and on Kick and on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I didn't know how to get Kick going. I've never streamed over there before.
Oh shoot.
But I wanted to get in on the the creator, but my bestie. You know what I'm saying? Jay's the best friends with him, so I wanted to be best friends with him too.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me get my Kick on too. Matter of fact, let's go start that stream over there.
Just in case, yeah.
Well, you know what? That's right. We'll go start all of them up. Here we go. I was pretty proud of myself. We're going to do it again right now.
JL will probably sleep for an entire day when he gets back. Probably. Probably dreaming of javelinas. All jumping through his dreams. Or maybe he'll be chased by one. Maybe he's like running away from the javelinas. A pack of them just chasing him down. We don't know. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people that like are looking at Tommaso sideways. And I don't know the reason, to be honest with you. Maybe because the FBI were at his house. I don't know. But I guess Banfield did that, had something to do with that. It's those pig-like, well, it's like a, I don't know, like a wild pig without tusks. And they're all over this place. There's like a ton of javelinas just running around. And one of them wanted to be JLR's best friend, but Dolly scared him away. Joking. Jolly wasn't there yet. Goodbye, Chris Beads. Let me see. He was the last person to see her when he dropped her off. Yeah, I get it. I think, but I think the majority of the reason why people think he's like a suspect is because of Banfield. You know how that is. Bro, Dolly's in a tent? Oh my god. People were saying Tommaso from day one, even before Benefit, but people were saying obviously without proof. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think about the proof and I don't really see the proof that points to that direction, to be honest with you. I think it's because he's youngish, man. Yeah, but the thing is, like, that guy with that mask didn't have a giant beard. Good job, J Fox, by the way. On the vertical side.
Disappeared from 11 days ago, but 5 minutes down the road in the arterial road, police say it could be a very important discovery. A black glove was found on the side of the road that looked an awful lot like the black gloves that the person of interest in that video that was circulated around the FBI yesterday from the night of Nancy's abduction. That was the kind of gloves he appears to
Yeah,
be
that's not a good reason to basically accuse someone. If anyone wants to jump up, you can jump up to talk, by the way. Is there proof that he's bad debt, or I don't know. I've heard that rumor before that it's gambling debt, but I haven't seen anyone point me to where.
visited by police once again. It's at least the third time police have been at that property. That is about 10 minutes down the road. In one instance, police were there searching the property for upwards of 3 hours. There's no suggestion that they're suspects. Annie Guthrie and her husband, Tommaso, who do live nearby here, but they were the last ones who saw Nancy Guthrie at the time she disappeared. And Tommaso, Nancy's son, dropped her off.
Can you say she lives in the neighborhood? She's a neighbor.
Gotcha. I put on the photograph in
Neighbor?
Don't do another one. But you include that comment. She lives in the neighborhood. She's a neighbor.
A neighbor.
I'm a neighbor. Don't put another tweet out there. Just say you put the comments. And she is a neighbor. That's why I'm here. Did you see the comments that you got?
No. A neighbor. You're a neighbor?
Yeah, I live in the neighborhood.
Oh, you live in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I live here.
I thought you said you
As the sun sets here, the hope is
I'm
still
not put a
strong.
basis. A friend of mine, her son is taught by Tommaso. A friend of mine. I don't go to that school. My kids don't go to that school. A friend of mine. But I live in this neighborhood.
I'm sorry about that.
So could you include that comment, sir?
Yeah.
Can you include that?
Sure.
The lady speaking is a neighbor.
Lady speaking in neighbor.
Yeah, the woman that's in the picture is a neighbor.
Okay.
Right down there.
I just got a care package, folks.
Oh, what type of care
Oh, that's
package?
freaking awesome.
Is it from Betty? I heard she said you did a good job.
You know the Romans by any chance? My friend Amy's parents. Hey, Roman, they're from Cincinnati.
No problem.
Oh, neighbor. Okay, so neighbor of Nancy.
I heard about it. I'm not on the street, but I'm in the neighborhood here, so there's email going around about those.
Dude, she's literally watching herself on. I said, this woman says she knows Tommaso Cioni from the basic school and says the school is rallying behind him. And that's what she said, right? While she was talking while I was live. So she saw herself on Twitter. She goes, make sure you say I'm a neighbor.
Oh shoot!
Like she's monitoring everything. Like people are saying about it on Twitter. What do you think?
Do we have a Bobby Binocular situation?
Exactly what she said.
And she just looked over at him. Look at her.
Hey, I added it.
Oh wait.
Woman says she is a neighbor of Nancy Guthrie. Good? You good? All right. Anything else you want me to add?
Oh my
Good.
god!
Okay. Were you saw yourself on Twitter? Not you're monitoring Twitter?
I was talking to a friend of mine, and she saw it.
Gotcha.
She had those comments there.
Yeah.
People like, what is she doing? I live in the neighborhood. There's so many neighbors walking up and down the street with the dogs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Why is that man with a camera? We need to know.
Oh my God! I saw you on.
Awkward.
I got another care package, folks.
She's checking the Twitter right now.
Got another care package.
Who's sending this man Doritos? Who would send this to a man in the middle of the desert?
Shit, that's a good idea. Oh shit, guys, send me some of those too.
You don't need those, Queen. You're gonna have the
I do
carrots.
though. Look, I do.
Nice.
Okay, then we won't tell B Tim. Send them in secrecy.
No.
I'm going to drink it. Thank you. I don't even know where that came from. It was just provided to me.
I don't know if I would accept food from random people on the internet. It might be like poisoned or something. I don't know. I wouldn't trust people at all. How many fucking snakes on the internet I dealt with? They probably would be poisoned. What if she did? Because did they bring dogs? Yeah, they brought in the Border Patrol dogs. the search. That's what I heard a couple of days ago. So yeah, they brought dogs in.
Think she really knew Tommaso?
Hey, Miss Katie K.
Hi, Katie K.
Hope you're doing well, my all.
Or just said she did, and then she
My
like,
beautiful
well, now
all.
make sure they say I'm a neighbor. Like maybe instead just heard of them. You know what I mean?
Dolly just walked by the bags, and he probably.
What I do is every time we speak to somebody here or some particular something, and I thought that was interesting because we want to get more information on top of Tommaso. I post tweets up on my Twitter account at JLR Investigates. So if I see something here, like something new or anything like that, I tweet it out also. So.
Oh shoot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But she didn't say neighbor, did she on the live? I didn't hear her say neighbor, so I didn't include that.
So what do you think of the family getting their own private investigator involved? Do you think that's like showing that they don't really have too much faith in the sheriff's department? Stuff like that?
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
How you doing? I'm good. Oh, hi, Helen.
I'll see you later.
Okay, yeah.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Maisie Daisy. I did not see that. Why do people do that? Come and stand right in front of the camera?
Okay.
Because they're chasing clout
All right, so it is
or
starting to get
monitoring.
dark out here. Sun's going down soon. We'll see if anything pops off. I'll show you all how dark it is, like we always do. See what's going on. Maybe we'll take a drive over to Tommaso's
I think you should.
before we end the stream.
Exactly. Part of me wishes that JLR would pick up Dolly and they would just drive randomly in the desert, just randomly just go through and live stream it and just see how freaked out Dolly would be.
Don't call me in yet.
Well,
Anyway.
hopefully, I can get a little bit of rest tonight.
I don't think you would be
additional
freaked
rest
out.
tonight.
I think he would be so
Give
freaked
you a
out.
little bit of additional rest, and then we're bright.
Get on my
Back out here
bubble.
tonight.
I'm sure they're.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
I
out
think-
here every day for the foreseeable future until something breaks. We're gonna be out here. I'm not going anywhere. I already extended into next week.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry.
Oh, you stay until next week. Oh no. Maybe he probably has
Yes,
like an
sir. All right.
Airbnb down there.
Nice to see you.
Let me know.
Okay, I'm just going for this, but I don't want to like mess up.
Univision. The Univision people like me.
The Univision people
Been
like
talking
him.
to Univision people off camera a lot. We were talking about border stuff. Univision used to do the border. We were sharing border stories, coverage of the border.
I remember that. That's how he started getting out big. Actually, started streaming that, and he started getting really a lot of viewers from the border patrol stuff. JLR. That's where he really got his break in from, like, really big.
Yeah, maybe we should just rent an RV and get an RV, plan an RV out here.
He's getting an RV. Maybe you can live
I'm
with Dolly.
good. I got a hotel, and it's not far.
What are you gonna do? It's gonna be a whole chapter.
You know, I just think it's important to be here like each and every day until this case gets resolved. I mean, as long as the media is out here like this, I'm going to be out here like this doing the same thing.
Dolly's eating a little bit too
It's a
much.
staging ground. So like we did today, we're planning here, went over to Tommaso's a little bit, went and checked FBI agents out, searching around. We're just waiting for that next break. Just like last night, as soon as I ended the stream, then I'm hearing, oh, person been detained. So then we instantly jump back on and start talking about the person being detained, go look into it, and eventually end up all the way down there in Rio Rico to the south. Whatever happens with this case, every twist and turn we'll get to. But right now, it's like, what's going on here? What are they going to do next?
I think the family has little
I mean,
faith.
some people use the
in.
word cold case in the thing. This has turned into a cold case.
No, I don't think it's a cold
Meaning
case.
like a couple weeks later, nobody really talks about it anymore, and they just put it in law enforcement's hands, and we just wait. Everyone just waits.
I think a lot of
like be on the scene anymore and just report what comes out. You know? I don't know, because in reality, there's a kidnapper on the loose.
Yeah.
Who is it? An 84-year-old woman. Is she dead? Is she alive?
I hope it's not, but I think the family has little faith in the sheriff's department.
Jersey girl, thank you, Jersey girl.
Jersey girl.
Getting rest tonight, yes. There's so many people that commented. Please interview Karen for our entertainment. Mason.
You think so, Eyelash? I hope not. I hope she's found.
Gray Sky. Thank you. Hey, nice to see you. You're everywhere. That's that NBC guy. Yo, he's like some sort of NBC reporter. He pulls me in the side and goes, I want to do a story on you when this is all done, okay?
I don't know. That's a good idea.
Like, I want to do a story on you. So he's like very friendly with me.
He wants to do a story on you? Bro, you better not. If I was you, I'd avoid that guy. When a news reporter comes up to you, say they want to do a story on you, it's either a hit piece or a fluff piece. It's nowhere in between.
He was out on the front lines with me yesterday, going door to door with the FBI. You know who's crazy though? Insider Edition. Literally, when like they would have their camera guy and the reporter, and they would walk and then like follow the FBI agents. And as soon as the agents come out, he's like, okay, go live right now or do a report right now. He's like, this is so-and-so with Insider Edition, and here they come, the feds right here. The FBI walking out, and the FBI's like, he used them as a backdrop to start his story, you know. And he's like, stay tuned, you know, for more stuff. These FBI agents are coming out. I thought it was just, it's catchy, you know. It's slick, it's you know. But that's the way he's doing it. Like he waits till like there's like serious action, and then he does his report when it's happening, you know. FBI agents have been swarming the neighborhood. You see them right behind me here. Nah, it's interesting to see how media reports things, you know. I mean, some of them out here are grinding it, man. Some of them out here are pitching with tents and, you know, just sitting in chairs, and then other ones are like literally like they come and then they pull their car in, they come out, plant their tripod, do a 5-minute report, and then they tell their viewers, stay tuned to wall-to-wall coverage of this case. We're here at the scene. And then they just get in their car and they leave. Like
that's
crazy.
True.
You know, they just do like a 5-minute report in front of the house and they leave. And they want their viewers to trust them with their coverage. Thank you, Georgia Peach.
Can we have a history lesson on JLR? Oh, it's a long one.
And then, you know, some of the media companies have a major operation. Like they literally have like camera crews and all types of equipment, and they have their people planning out here all night while their main reporters are like sleeping, and then they have operations. CNN's entrenched, man. CNN, they were getting texts and everything like that talking about the photo released before it was actually released by Kash Patel and everything like that.
You're doing a fantastic job.
You are too.
How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Hi. I'm Robert. I'm in. Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
What's
What are you
happening?
working on today? Just where we're at. Latest.
How about you guys? Anything?
Same thing. We ended up leaving before Carlos talked last night, so we went back to the neighborhood this morning.
Did they speak with him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're starting to pull away from him because, you know,
If it's not him, it's it's just
Yeah.
we don't feel it's fair to be doing this.
What, any word on Tom?
Any word on Tom?
Where's the pic of the mask found? Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know where the pic of the mask found. There was a call that talking about the mask.
Yeah.
Is it related? But that's another thing too. When things start coming out, people look. Next thing we know is somebody's gonna buy it.
We're leaving after the 6.
Someone's gonna buy a backpack or find a similar backpack and say, put a backpack down the street here and say, "Oh, look, a backpack's found."
Yeah, we've seen that before. We've seen that before, Mr. JLR. You've probably seen it too.
I don't think the Carlos guy has any involvement in this whatsoever. I don't. They let him go too quickly. He's not involved.
All right, let me get you set up. You want to set you up in one place for a little bit?
All right, we're still looking into this case. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
And why haven't they shown anything and even recording of her saying that she is still alive or pay ransom? I don't know, man. At first, honestly, Vanessa, I thought it was a murder that was pretending to be a kidnapping because there was no ransom note left. You know, it did really seem to me like there was a desire for the money.
The sun is going down.
But then when I saw the video, I was like, okay, this is a kidnapping. But this kidnapper has no rhyme or reason. Like, you would think you would want the money. Like, you go to all this hassle to kidnap this woman facing life imprisonment, and all this stuff, and you would think that you'd have a plan to get the money. But it seems like there's no plan to get the money or a drop off. So I don't know, man. It's the most weird, mind-baffling kidnapping I ever seen, because usually the whole end goal of a kidnapper is to get the money and then
blow everyone.
Return or not return the person, but to get the money.
I want to follow you, not another channel. Sam and cats. Oh, another deputy, another sheriff.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah, like nothing was taken of value. Why was this woman targeted out of everyone else?
Here.
The sister's down the block, 7 minutes away. So why wasn't she targeted? Why wasn't there a ransom note left?
Another car.
Just crazy to me. It does not make any sense, this kidnapping. That's why initially I thought it was just some sort of murder that they put to cover themselves up and say, here's a note.
She brought him food.
She brought him food?
Deputies bringing each other food.
Oh, are we getting any? Make sure it's vegan.
Right, where's ours? And I don't want mine vegan. No.
Get vegan for Queen as well.
No.
She says she
no.
I think it was food or something.
I need all the grease, all the meat, all the chicken fajitas, shrimp nachos there is.
Bro, do you really want to have nachos where there's like no toilet around? Cheese nachos.
Listen here, I said chicken and shrimp fajitas nachos. That's what I said.
Yeah, like the person had a plan to kidnap her, but it seemed like he didn't have a plan to get the money.
A driver has been taken at gunpoint in Rio Rico.
Yeah. So, I mean, because like a lot of people believe, for instance, the John Benet Ramsey stuff, a lot of people believe that the ransom note was dropped there haphazardly by the parents to kind of make a cover up for the murder. And that's a theory some people have stated. And I was thinking, could that be like a possibility here that someone, murdered this woman and took her and then made up a fake ransom?
Nothing on Rio Rico.
That's what I thought. I don't think so at this point because the kidnapper's there. My only other thought is that this kidnapper, didn't think that they would blow up this much and is scared to actually try to get the cash. And I think he's probably worried. That's the only thing I can think
the
of.
neighbor Sue Ellen boots on the ground, coffee for her troubles. MK 5608. I'll do that. I know what house she lives. You want me to send her coffee? Yeah, she likes coffee too, doesn't she? Where is she? I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her boots on the ground.
I'm gonna show whose boots on the ground.
Listen,
We already saw
folks coming soon.
coming soon. Okay.
And hopefully you guys.
We don't know if she's alive. And me, we have no clue.
Hopefully you guys.
No, hey Heather, rat. No nachos for you.
Next week.
What's happening next week?
Starting soon.
What's starting soon?
Boots on the grounds, coffee.
Boots on the grounds, coffee.
So we're giving boots on the grounds, coffee.
You're starting your own coffee brand?
That's coming soon. JLR, boots on the ground.
JLR reminds me of Mad
United States
TV. Mad TV with a guy.
I'll send you guys the link. Hopefully, you get a cup and we can drink.
Wait, what? There's actually boots on the ground coffee?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's real. I thought he was making his own coffee.
Yeah, I think he's bringing coffee for everybody to have.
No, I think, is that his coffee?
No, I don't think it's a brand of coffee. I think he means he's bringing coffee for everyone to have.
I'd be hilarious if he just starts making his cold coffee. Because you ever see Mad TV with the guy that drinks coffee so much he starts peeing coffee and his eyes are bulging out?
No.
Mad
But
TV?
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember all the extra detail. No.
And like that kind of reminds me of JLR just running around. He doesn't need coffee at this point.
Yeah, no.
So the only thing I can think of with this kidnapper is I don't think he thought it would blow up this much. If I was the kidnapper,
say, hey, I got something for you. Boots on the ground's coffee.
oh, okay. That was gonna sound weird. But like the kidnapper's freaking out because suddenly like the White House is talking about. If I was the kidnapper, I'd be like pooping myself at this point, to be completely honest with you. So that's the only thing I can think of. I think he thought that they thought that they could just, it wouldn't be that big. It would be just the sheriff department, maybe the FBI, but not like the White House and national attention. And I think that's why they're worried. That's the only thing I can think of. Is JLR flirt? No, he's giving coffee to people. If anyone wants to
Yes,
talk.
and I also wanted to. I got to stop you for a second, B-Tim. And I have to interrupt. So hold on, I didn't realize this. So somebody had sent a Cash App earlier, and I didn't see it till just now. So I don't want you to think I was ignoring you. I definitely was not. I did not notice it. It didn't come through until just now. So I just was able to see it. It was $100 Cash App that you sent. Wow. Yes, it was very generous. Thank you very much. It helps. It's very appreciative, and I'm very appreciative of it. And I don't want you to think that I would ever not say thank you. And I just want to make sure that you know that I seen it, and I did send a heart back. So I am very grateful, and I just want to make sure that it's not ignored, and I did not ignore your Cash App. I apologize. Thank you very, very much again. I didn't want to be rude and have them think that I didn't see it or just let it go by the wayside, So I just wanted to make sure I said thank you. All right, go ahead. Back to it.
So would you drink JLR's boots on the ground coffee?
No, because it would probably have me up for 5 fucking days.
Remember you accidentally drank your daughter's energy drink?
Yeah, that goddamn Milani or whatever the hell that shit was. Yeah, had me up for like 5 fucking hours extra.
And you drank it at night? And I heard the live.
Like 10 o'clock at night. It was up to like 2:45 a.m. Could not sleep for nothing. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. terrible, absolutely awful. It was terrible.
I could not. That was funny. Something where I think there's definitely something where I think honestly the sheriff's department, they have very little faith in the sheriff's department, the family.
Well, I mean, honestly, what are we going on 12 days now? We're going on almost 2 fucking weeks, and they just now put a picture out.
Yeah, originally they was like the sheriff's department gave like a $2,500 award. They're just letting everyone walk in the scene. They didn't do a search. They didn't want to bring in spotlights to search the area. They didn't. The sheriff, like, you know, went to like the basketball game. I mean, like, it's just a lot of ridiculous things. You sit there and you say, man, like, what are we doing? I see you're typing, but I'll keep on talking.
Oh, here, I'm not muted. I'm sorry.
You're not muted. It's
Sorry.
like it's kind of like sound like Granny.
Sorry, I apologize.
Captain Napkin says B-Tim Javelina is pronounced Javelina. Yeah, I already was told that. You're a little behind, Captain Napkin. You know, I'm just saying, not everyone knows the J is silent for the pigs that like no one talks about, but they're not pigs, but they are pigs. And they're not supposed to be javelinas. They're called javelinas. This is a very confusing animal. I'm just saying. This animal's confusing me. And the sad thing is we don't have the two javelinas hanging around all day. And who's this guy walking up and down with the suit? Who's that guy? Why is that guy walking up and down with the suit? Who's on the suit with like 100-degree weather? That is true. I would rather listen to the type than the snore. Queen types like DOE, the forest prince.
The what?
So Autumn says Queen types like the doe in the forest, prancing and daintily galloping. Granny's firmly, robustly strokes the keys with earnest and efficiency and big difference, Big Tim.
Yeah, I'm pretty dainty with mine. I mean, I'm not like I'm not really hard with it. You know what I mean?
I know.
There's a guy. The same. You don't even gotta smash the keyboard to type it out. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a slight diss at me, a little bit.
Well, a little bit, because I mean, you do jab. You do jab the fuck out of the keyboard sometimes. I'm like,
it's not my fault that I could type 130 words a minute on a keyboard because I took a Mavis Beacon typing class, like the little thing. Oh, he's an FBI person for the news? Oh, okay. Damn it, I was in the Rumble thinking that's the only place you were. I was talking about...
Well, we got a Rumble stream going, but there's not anybody over there right now. I don't even know if it's public. Is it public? Can you see it?
I'll check it out. Give me a moment.
No, I just popped it on. I mean, I didn't really share it. I think I dropped it in Discord just now, maybe a little bit ago. Well, let me see. Like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I did. Like,
yep, it's public.
2 minutes ago. All right. I know I need to get some mods and shit over there.
Yep, I just typed something over there. See, it's all good. Has Queen busted out Big Tim because of voices yet? Listen.
Oh, damn, no. We got our asses fucking ripped, and they said it's because you said voices was poor.
I did not say it in a derogatory way.
I know I said that. I said, no, he didn't say it like that. No. Something about cleaning her house. She had to clean
I was saying that is because, like, you know, BJ would often say that's like she's poor or something. I'm like, well, you know, you don't have to be rich to have a clean house. And I think I used her as an example because I think that Voices is a very clean house. She's actually a good cook. I think she does very well with that. But she took it the wrong way, man. I was like, holy fuck.
Well, mission control, do you read me? She's got a striker no striking, striker no striking. She's got a strike team set up to strike us all down.
Yeah, I heard. I'm kind of very disappointed with her. She's just like
I said,
Really going.
wow. And then she said I was botting myself and buying views. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why would I ruin my own channel? Why would I bot myself? That makes no fucking sense.
I think like basically the vertical mode, there's a lot of people scrolling, and it just people that probably just stay on for a little bit, and it
They
counts
watch
as
it for a
view.
couple minutes and then boom, it's gone. Like they just go right through it. They don't sit there and stay and listen. Some of them do. I mean,
but you are getting new people. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's good.
We've gained 200 subscribers in like 2 days.
Yeah, which is a lot actually.
Yeah, for sure. We were at 24.2 or something. We're at 24.4, 25.4 or something. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me go look here now, because I mean I got the other one too. So here it says, yeah, we're at 25.4. We were at 25.2. We're at 25.4. So make sure you guys sub up.
That's what Voices said. Voices used to say vertical mode was great. It gets new people.
Yeah.
And that's what we're using it for. We're using it to basically get new people to, come on, join and watch. Pretty much. It's always been used that way, actually. Told you here we come, shaking them bushes. Oh, no, don't trigger with that, shaking the bushes. I heard that. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, she said that's stupid. And then she yelled at Tiffany B. Tim Simp and said, don't be sending 50 memberships. Who do you even think you are? Do you need an ass pat? KDK is an all. She does it too. Who even does that? Why would you not just send a... Oh, fuck. I don't even... She was just rolling.
I think she didn't want you to...
Oh, boy, she was on it. She was fucking on it today.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back and listen to the stream on the Hive sidebar. Let's keep going. We ain't gonna listen to this.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about her situation. Jackie, I'm also sorry we have... Last night was trending time, and Vertical is going to get views of people looking for updates. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, some people are wondering what is next, and we have seen FBI agents out here doing searches in the Catalina Foothills neighborhood, really right near Nancy Guthrie's home as well. And take a look.
Well, Mark Caribe, all day today, we saw law enforcement presence, FBI agents scattered throughout Nancy's neighborhood in the Catalina Foothills, really just searching everywhere, looking for any clues that they might be able to find to help them solve this case. To step out of the way, we just saw a new Pima County.
I have to say it's a better view than the cornfield in the last the Cavalcante. Remember the Cavalcante?
Yep.
Wasn't over here in this channel that BJ herself got shook. Yep, by yeah, she was.
Yeah, Beej was shook out the bushes. Tony, Justice for All, Jay.
Everyone.
Yep, they were all shook out of the goddamn bushes. Sure were. Sure it was.
Is PJ down there with Dolly?
And we'll do it again.
Is
no,
PJ?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right now.
You know, that's kind of wild that PJ doesn't go down there. You know what I mean? You would think that she would go down there and be like, build her channel up and do her thing too. You know, go live on her channel and just walk around to a different location. Here's the thought. Beat him last time I went. You fed them potatoes? Oh my God. Dolly just left this early? I think Dolly's going to leave eventually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's going to stay, to be honest.
Yeah. He did the same thing with the Karen Reed case. He stayed there for a couple of days, like 2-3 days, and was gone. It happens, Pecan. People are always a little upset or something like that, but you know, the most important thing is to have fun and just
Hey,
chill.
guys, I got 857 Tucson with me. Come on in.
Oh
So
shit!
he was out here today. He's out here each and every day.
857. That's the
time,
one that, or 875. That's the one that does the scanner. He's
What
the
happened
scanner
today here
dude.
at the home with the FBI?
Okay.
What exactly did they search? Because I wasn't here. I was over there at Tommaso. So you were here. What
Yeah.
did you see?
Well, basically, we were sitting here, and all of a sudden, let me turn this off.
You got the scanner on.
Yeah. It was the same thing like we saw yesterday. There was a team of FBI, and they literally were right next to Nancy's house. There's probably, how far is that?
Goes to the
200
road?
yards?
Yeah.
100 yards. And so they were searching all the way down the side of the yard. And hey, see you, Dolly. Shout out, Dolly. But it was so funny. They're not funny, crazy that it's so close. But they were literally crawling in the rocks, in between, and they went all the way down to the end of the road, and then they came back up. And when you came is kind of where they finished up.
So how quick was it? Quick? Like it looks
it
like
was
it was
pretty quick. Yeah, I mean,
But
they
why
just,
around here? Like why here? Like
I think it's just they have a grid, probably what I'm thinking, and it's like this grid hasn't been. Has anyone been there? Oh no. Well, we need to go, and so I think they're just doing it. Seems a little odd. You know what I mean? If they're doing that, are they just searching for clues? Is it a distraction?
make it look like they're doing their job.
Yeah, I mean they gotta keep busy. But the thing is there's 4,000 tips that came in, so we could wake up tomorrow hoping, right?
Dropped a bunch of things. Huh. So yeah, I mean, so the FBI was here, did a brief search. We seen them on the road. Found a glove today. Do you know where they found the glove?
That's where I do not know. I just saw the photo.
What do you think of the glove? Legit
The
or
glove?
not? You think it's
That's where I'm wondering if why haven't they asked the media? Does anyone own any black gloves here so they know?
Well, you know who else had black gloves?
Who?
The guy that was on this property here that went out and got the mail. Put them black gloves.
And so that's kind of where
where
we
else
don't-
black gloves was shared? On the media yesterday, the whole world saw a guy with black gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, and
who's to say that whoever journalist happened to be there to catch that photo went ahead of time and just whoop, threw a black glove down, and then went there when the media.
And so is that what people are thinking, that someone put a black glove over, because it's like puffy kind of, right?
I mean, you got a week into this, and no one saw a black glove before. You would think that's odd. You think?
Yeah, and that's why I don't know where they found it, but yeah, that's a good point. If it was found on her property, right, that would be a different thing. But if it was, I mean, think how many, a couple thousand people been through here, the last 11 days.
So the gentleman that got detained in Rio Rico, Carlos, what's your take on that? Do you think he's involved?
Man, after watching that interview right when you were right there, I mean, he seemed pretty, I believe him.
I believe him too.
I mean, I've had that reaction like, hey man, don't blame me.
If he was involved, they would have kept him. They wouldn't have let him go.
No, he wouldn't have been able, and they had proof of him being in Rio Rico Saturday night.
Yeah, he had an alibi he provided. His stepmom was defending him.
People have phones and stuff, so it wouldn't be hard to say, oh yeah,
show your alibi right here. Here I am. Here's my digital footprint.
Yeah.
Boom, cleared. All right.
Well, he lost the bet, and he put a bet on. You can see he was at home.
He got a lawsuit though.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he doesn't have a lawsuit. He doesn't have a lawsuit.
Happens out of that.
So
I was gonna say whoever's close to him should start a GoFundMe to get a new door. Just the GoFundMe Carlos door or something.
The GoFundMe Carlos door.
Someone, but it has to be close to the family that does it for him.
So they busted the door, huh? How much does the door cost?
Well, he said they busted the garage in the back or something. It wasn't just the door. It was a couple doors and but next thing you know, he'll have $1 million door or something.
So where do you think goes from here? Like, what do you think that's going to happen the next couple of days or tomorrow, or what's next? What do you think? What do you expect to see?
I think everybody's so emotionally invested that, and how many investigators are on the case, it's like they're not going to stop, you know. And eventually, if we don't get any new leads, then they're going to have to release some more information, something more that they're not holding. They're holding tight to their,
like a vehicle.
Like I said, how do we not have any cameras of a vehicle that was driving or something?
Even if it was a grainy photo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and the thing is, you know, Chris Nanos hasn't really. They should have.
Yeah. What about that?
That should have been searched by the sheriffs already. All these areas. So, at this point, you want to answer your question. I don't. Like I said, those 4,000 tips that came in. I'm hoping. Yeah, JLR and 857. I'm hoping that one of those tips is like, oh, we got somebody. But
yeah, I mean, I think one, they're gonna have to release something, or maybe they want the media to die off this, man. Maybe they just trying to see. I personally think they parked over there on the property opposed to the road here for a strategic reason, because if you're parked over there, less media might come out, because if there's police parked in the front, media is going to be coming seeing what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Even though everyone knows they're guarding the property, but if you put the car in, now it could also be for traffic, or it could be closer to the door so nobody goes and delivers pizzas.
Yeah.
Or
right.
DoorDash.
The pizza thing came up.
But here's the thing about it. Here's what I went down to Oracle. Down there, there's a Walmart off of Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Big. I've seen many Pima County Sheriff deputies just hanging out, parked, and I'm thinking, where's your all hands on deck?
Oh no.
Like for instance, you have a missing 84-year-old woman. You got a lot of these deputies just at other places. Now I understand you got to patrol and do crime. You know, there's crime and other things going on, but where's the oomph? Where's the urgency? Like you would see in a situation if somebody got kidnapped, you would have the entire police force out there doing it with more and more resources coming in. But
it comes with budget. All these counties have budgets. And if you're going to go, hey, we're going to dump all this budget. And so the reason why you're not seeing, and Chris Nanos is like, you guys take it. Well, now he can spend the money on extra overtime. He's going to say, oh, hey, you federal government handle this. Not saying he's not doing things, because a lot of sheriff deputies, they're out doing things. But like you said,
it's corruption.
Why aren't they doing more? I mean, this area right here, you're telling me nobody has searched this area right here until today?
Yeah, she needs heart medication.
You saw them there today.
Oh no, they started the street. So
across
we're
the street
in
day 11,
and no one's even searched.
And now they're searching across the street for the first time.
I agree with this guy with that.
So I mean, I don't want to,
The other day, a well or a septic tank. What is that? A septic tank over there? First time you're down there.
That's crazy, priceless.
Trying to see for the first time days later.
Yeah, I mean, that was at like day 8 or 9, and so there's I don't want to get politics, but there was a lot of at the beginning where it was like he called Mark Kelly. She called Mark Kelly first. Mark Kelly is friends with Nanos in that same network, so the whole point is a lot of the things we don't know about how they're but we've seen other sheriff's departments work well with, like at the Brown. I thought that they worked well with the FBI. It was like so this is not like that. We're used to seeing every day coming up. So a lot of that is might be part of Nanos's personality and how he runs his office.
I wouldn't go that far.
So it's starting to get dark out here. Another day, Nancy has not been found, folks, and it's just a wait. We wait. Spot where everyone is just at. a lot of people that have been following this case or covering the case, the journalists, whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, so
We'll
in
see
P10
next
there was
day.
no one
I'm gonna
reporting
meet
on
at the
him.
bar. We'll see if we can get more information
On that guy?
or
Wow,
anything
that
like
stinks. In the same area? Priceless?
I got a 857. Oh, by the way, 857. Look what he brought me, and I'm very grateful for that. He brought me a Culver. You remember we said what the favorite burgers, whatever. Like
Bam.
that. So, Culver's. Culver's is
He got some Culvers, and I just got a PayPal. Thank you very much. I got a $20 one, and there's a message with it. I did get your message, and I don't know if you want me to read it out loud. If you do, then I will. If you don't, that's okay. I also got another one for $50.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are fucking amazing. Like, you guys are amazing. She said, fuck voices and fuck those other assholes too. This is for between you and me, and this is for you. Thank
You know, the funny thing is they always say we're like so negative over here, but the moment we don't do negative things and we're just talking about a case and we're trying to be not negative, they try to drag you into it, you know, being negative.
Well, yeah, and she heard me. I don't know if she heard me telling you guys this or whatever, because you know, a lot of the girls bought memberships yesterday. There was a lot. They were 50, you know, there's a few 50 of them, then there was a few 20s and some 10s and stuff like that. And it brought in a lot of new members. Like, we gained probably 200 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that are new, like newer, got emails and were responding and sending me emails telling me thank you and wondering what was going on, asking about it. So it really does help. And I don't know if she heard me talking about that or if she's seen the subs and the views and got mad. I don't fucking know. I really have no idea, because this shit came out of nowhere.
I think it's a lot of jealousy, to be honest with you. It sounded like with her, but that's why I don't really want to talk too much about it, to be honest with you. 61-year-old found. Let me see. Oh, you're right. 3 hours ago, a 61-year-old man found dead in Marina. Marina police say. Let me see. Let me look at that story. Wow. Found dead Wednesday after nearly 7-day search for him in Marana.
Wow.
Yeah. How far is Marana from there? Oh. I mean, it's sad that he was found deceased.
So.
And they said no foul play on his death on that one. Wow. Thank you, Patricia Sale. Thank you for letting me know about that story, by the way. Oh, it's interesting. I think wouldn't have up to a few years ago.
I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. No problemo. Oh, you left the stream, and she's gone. But anyway, I think the whole case is pretty interesting. Honestly, it's kind of, after seeing that video, it kind of paints a picture of a guy, the kidnapper, who basically thought that this was going to be an easy slam dunk situation where he could kidnap this woman, maybe get cash. And I think he didn't realize that it would blow up this much. And I'm wondering if that woman is still alive. I'm wondering if what's going on. That's what I think. Because it showed that he wasn't quite sophisticated as most people were thinking he was, especially how he handled the camera. And it's a very interesting thought. So personally, I hope the guy grows a brain cell, has some brain cells, and thinks to himself, you know what, maybe it's better off I just let this lady go, put her somewhere and just leave her, maybe at a local gas station or something, and drive the hell away and just run, you know. And that's probably the best option for this guy, because you're not going to get the money. If you get the money, they're going to find you. So good luck with that. They're going to find you 100%. So your only option, sir, the person who kidnapped this poor woman, is to give up this woman now and cut your losses, because the moment you take the money out from that crypto wallet, they're going to know exactly who you are and they're going to track you down 100%. And those trying to scam are trying to scam and this situation, you're going to be found out too, and you're going to jail. There's sometimes things too hot, this is, it's not too late. I mean, if you drop off this Miss Guthrie off, I think that would be a good situation, that you probably get a lot of leniency, and you might, if you do get caught, bring her to a hospital, a gas station, something. Call the cops and just walk away, at this point, because you're not going to get any money. You're just not. And even if you get money, they're going to find you 100%. You just guarantee you're getting caught. This is too hot. You got the FBI, you got the White House looking at you. This is not a case that you want to continue this on. And it is what it is. Yeah, they're pretty close. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this guy had a brain in his head, he would drop off this lady and cut his losses. Because, I mean, if she is deceased, let the family at least know where she's at, so they can at least bury this poor woman and give her a proper funeral. You know what I mean? Like, either way, return this poor woman back. The holster was the revolver, not small pistol. That is a goofy. I think, honestly, to me, it paints a picture of someone that planned it, but didn't plan it well. So, you want to watch Brian Enton's retired interview, Queen? I could put it in the back again of the retired.
Yeah, that you can play it.
Well, I'm going to be gone in like a half hour, so it's like a 40-minute thing. Like the interview starts at 16 minutes. I can put it in the back for you, and you can play it, or you need me to play it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fine. We can put it on and play it. Let's play it straight through.
Here, I put in the back. You could start at like I think 17 minutes is when he starts getting in the car.
I got to turn some background music on for fair use. Okay. All righty, let's go grab it and put it on. I was going to set this kick stream up too, but I'm going to do that while we're waiting. So, what is it? 16 minutes in?
Yeah, 16 minutes in. He's in the interview with the guy with the car. Oh, there's a picture on X.
Well, I only asked because here, I was going to say I want to show the guy that they detained. I'd rather show him real quick first.
Okay, no problem.
Here's the interview that he did with Forbes 6 hours ago.
¿Por cuánto tiempo te siguieron o qué?
Fácil. I'm not that stupid.
¿Por cuánto tiempo te siguieron o qué?
Fácil, como por unas. El carro de Marrana me andaba siguiendo ya desde temprano. Yo estaba un troque blanco estacionado ahí arriba y luego andaba un atajo gris pasando por ahí.
Did you notice that they were following you since earlier in the day?
No, la cop car de Marrana fue el que miré cuando andábamos para aquel lado de Penalty.
But did you sense that someone was following you?
Sí.
Yes.
Sí, por eso me orillé.
How long was the interrogation? How long were you there with them?
From 4 to 12.
And then inside the house, you said they threw you to the ground?
Not me. No, not me.
¿Piensas tomar acciones legales contra ellos?
Con el favor de Dios, porque la neta está.
So you're saying that you're gonna proceed with the lawsuit or something?
If I can.
Any other items from inside the house taken?
Nah, no, just your phone. Yeah, just my phone. They gave everything back. They just took my phone.
Did they say they're coming back or anything?
They're both yelling in his face at the same damn time. Patricia Sell, thank you for the membership.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what he's saying.
Nah, but she's talking in English, repeating him or whatever, but they're both in his face at the same time, and this is a terrible interview. Terrible interview. We'll put Brian Enton's on real fast. When you send it, it goes to 2115 every single time I open it. That's what it opens up to.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
probably
no.
like the last time I like moved to there, but just 17 probably, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't too far ahead or something, because it's like it's already marked or something,
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're at 16. What'd you say it was again?
When they're in the car, they're talking. That's the interview. 17, I think, when they start.
Oh, right here. Okay, yeah, yep, you're right.
Wanted to introduce you guys to him.
Interestingly, Savannah began here in her career working for KVOA, the NBC affiliate here, and she was fresh out of college. She's an attorney as well. She went to the U of A here, and when she cut her teeth in Tucson, and she and I interacted dozens of times on stories that were going on involving the sheriff's department.
So you know Savannah.
Oh, sure.
So that must make this even more.
It makes it. I was so happy for her making it big. Local kid makes it big. It was really nice to see that. Delighted for her. She's such a sweetheart and a good-hearted person, caring, deferential, compassionate in what she does. Just a neat lady. So one of the things I see or saw that happened was this sheriff's department, which has talented people, but it's my opinion that once they knew that this was not an individual who walked away and might have succumbed to the desert, once they knew this was abduction or kidnapping, the federal entity should have been called in. And it's my opinion that the FBI should be charged with this investigation, and this sheriff's department should subordinate itself to the FBI. Now, the local elements are clearly an aspect that are needed, and the sheriff's department has that capability to provide that. But we don't have forensics like the FBI has. We don't have those who can look at personality types that might commit this kind of crime. And it should have been recognized initially that once this is labeled an abduction, get a task force together and bring on the FBI and ask them to take it over.
Why do you think that didn't happen?
Unfortunately, the sheriff, Chris Nanos, has an exorbitant ego, and he, in one case I can think of prior to this one, told the FBI he's the better investigator and he doesn't need their help. And that was a critical case that we needed their help with. This one, in particular, they have far more resources than the sheriff's department has. This county was established in 1865. It's a big county, and law enforcement has been an element to it for decades and decades. And it has a lot of experienced people and talented people, but not the resources that the federal agencies have. So it's apparent that perhaps Nancy was abducted. It's apparent that she was likely injured in the process. It's apparent that somebody did it for a reason. We don't know. There seems to be the thought that there's money involved in Bitcoin. And, I'm sitting back in my experiences, 46 years in law enforcement, asking, well, why is it $6 million? Why isn't it $3 million or $10 million? And why is it labeled US dollars? What does that tell me? And I'm asking myself, where are they keeping, Nancy? The logistics involved in keeping a person safe, if in fact you want to turn that person over safe to get money, is complicated.
Do you think though that the the ransom element could just be wrong? I mean, that they're moving on from that? Are you hearing anything? Because it seems like based on Savannah's last video and some of the messaging from the FBI and the sheriff's office last night that they may be following other leads now, something totally different.
Well, certainly, and they've gone back to the scene to look at the vegetation of the desert in and around the home. I would have hoped that was initially inspected in such detail that they could look for footprints, you look for downtrodden areas in the desert. And as you can see, that's not necessarily an easy thing to do. Is this a kidnapping? I don't know. Why would they have her this length of time if, in fact, the family has decided to pay and they want her back? What has happened? Is there another nefarious intent here? Is somebody angry at the family for some reason? And we don't know that. I don't know that. I would be asking those questions. I would be looking at the cameras that go in and out of this jurisdiction to the border of Mexico. The first night, if she was taken, and presumably by a vehicle, where are the tire tracks? Did they head to the border with her and cross somewhere into Mexico?
Do you think they even looked for tire track? I mean, it just seemed so rushed in the beginning, and they opened everything back up.
I think the initial thinking was this is another elderly person who's wandered away, and that happens in the desert often. That type of a situation happens. And the resources that were called out initially, search and rescue folks, people on foot, investigators, the sheriff's department has a homicide team, and one of their ancillary responsibilities is to look for missing people and start delving into it. But it's clear to me that the evidence that they found at that house was indicative of an abduction and a crime. That was clear to me. And I'm not looking at the case. I don't know the specifics. So I think there's some flailing of arms, literally, going on, and an investigation that's unclear. Sadly, I know Chris Nanos, the sheriff, and his personality type and his need to micromanage, and he stifles creativity because of the way he interacts with his talent. And that is not necessarily a positive thing when you have an investigation of this sort. You need resources, you need outside looks at this.
Is he still, do you think the sheriff's office is still in charge? Do you know? Because it's kind of hard. On the outside, he's quieted down a lot, and the FBI seems like they are taking over some aspects.
Well, they're supporting, and I've heard the sheriff say that our partners, our federal partners, which infers that they're involved in this. It's my opinion they should be the lead. And
is it just an ego thing?
Yes, that is my opinion. It's an ego thing. And I have seen that play out with that personality, Chris Nanos, a number of times in my career. And it's not helpful. Sometimes you need to back up, reassess, and consider what other resources might be available and call on those.
Is it true that the homicide team is inexperienced?
It is true. They're less experienced than previous homicide details, but a lot of folks have retired, myself included.
I mean, how inexperienced?
To my understanding, there's a number of them that have only been in their positions a couple of years, and that is not enough experience to deal with this type of a crime. To abduct an elderly person and demand money is I can't recall in 46 years of law enforcement service a case like that ever occurring, ever, and that's troubling. But who has the experience? And I think the federal agencies do, and they should have been called in earlier, in my opinion.
There's reports now that they're DNA swabbing, people who worked in Nancy's house, that kind of thing. Is that pretty typical?
Yes.
That doesn't mean that those people would be suspects, I don't think, right? I mean, it's just they're probably just trying to. Well, what do you think?
I believe that if it's being done now, should have been done a long time ago. I'm sure that there are support individuals, that have come in, whether they have medical, nurse visits as an example. Those people need to be talked to. Landscapers need to be talked to. The pool keeper needs to be talked to. DNA pulled from all of those is important, because if you've got an unknown DNA, which perhaps they do, I don't know whether they do or don't, you need to exclude or look at a match.
Yeah, that would make sense. You mentioned how big the county is. I mean, until you're here, you don't really realize it, how vast it is, and there's it's tough terrain. And just for people at home who don't know, I mean, just describe it a little. And how big is it?
This county, Pima County, named after the Pima Indians, is 9,241 square miles. That is huge. There's a town 150 miles from where we are right now that's still within the county. The county has a direct border with Mexico, and that's miles and miles, tens and tens of miles long. The county is bigger than some states along the East Coast, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and it requires a special type of policing. One officer might have a need and could be 30 miles away, and that's not easy to get there quickly. So the topography, as you can see, we're heading into the Saguaro Monument, is another challenge. The desert is not necessarily, it's beautiful, but it's not always friendly. There are a number of risks out there with thorny bushes and cactus and poisonous animals that, do hurt people that go out in it. So the search and rescue capability of the sheriff's department is pretty busy. They're always busy. They're always searching for something.
Do you know what happened with the plane? I've heard some reports that the plane didn't get up right away because of a beef with the sheriff and the pilot. Is that true?
Well, I don't know it to be true. I've heard the same thing. It's my understanding he dismissed the pilot that was going to fly the night that she was missing. It's my understanding that same pilot contacted via a chain of command the sheriff and said, look, we have a need. We have aircraft available. Can I go? And he declined, is what I've been told. I don't know that to be true, but that sounds like what the sheriff would do.
Do people know that Nancy Guthrie, I mean, I'm just, I'm trying to think about like why this may have happened. And obviously Nancy's daughter is Savannah and people know she has money, but do people in town in Tucson know that Nancy Guthrie lives here and where she lives? Is she known in that way to be Savannah's mom?
Yes, I think the vast majority of people who pay attention to what's going on in this community know that Savannah grew up here, went to school here, and her mother lives here. I think a lot of them know that. I don't know that they personally know Nancy, but certainly they know of Savannah and the success that she has had in her career. And she's brought a sense of pride to this community because we're all proud of her.
Can you believe that the fact that there were originally, the rumor is that there was a guy willing to fly a plane over and search, and the guy was like, nope. The sheriff's like, nope. What do you think of that? That's wild. I mean, I think I agree with a lot of his points. I think, honestly, the woman, I think they thought that this, like I did a little bit initially, like when an elderly person is 84 goes into the desert, you think, oh, they ran away, which happens a lot. Elderly people sometimes lose, just walk into the desert one day or walk out or walk around, and that's probably what he initially thought. And that's probably why the resources were limited. But honestly, I think that they weren't paying, and that's probably why they allowed people on the scene. How he's basically explaining it is very much indicative of a person thinking that someone just walked off. Your scene's not, taped off. You're not taking seriously. You're not really doing the search around. You're not searching for evidence. Finding a glove in a desert like 11 days after a person's missing that is related to the suspect, to me, is kind of wild that no one found it yet. So, and this is like 1.5 miles or 1.4 miles, someone said. So, I mean, it's kind of a wild situation. It's a very wild situation. And I think that explains why they pretty much have gotten their own private investigator onto the scene, because they have no faith in the Peanut Sheriff's Department. Pizza, wouldn't it be the first disappearance in the desert? It wouldn't be the first. No, it would not be the first disappearance. But when you look at the scene and you see blood on the floor, and I'm sure there's other things there that probably point you to something bad happened, or at the very least, this person's injured or something's going on. And it's a matter of time that it's like you have to rush to find this guy. You can't be like doing as they were doing. I mean, it just, everything this guy is saying is definitely, I think, makes sense. The $2,500 missing person award, the fact that the scene wasn't taped off, the fact that he's saying no to certain help that he was getting. What really should have happened is that they should have probably got in contact with the FBI immediately upon this and gotten negotiations started and stuff like that. And maybe this hesitation could have resulted in the death of this poor woman, or never being found. Is Queen? I don't think Queen's dark anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that what this guy is saying is making sense, and it's really, really sad, actually. You know, when you think a kidnapping has happened, or you think someone has been taken from their home, and you don't contact the FBI and you don't treat it as such, and you're treating it, that's a big problem.
Well,
You know-
yeah, that's a really big problem.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
What Savannah has done. And we want to band together and deal with this unusual situation and get Nancy back to the family.
Let's talk about the geography here.
Well, what you're looking at is really typical desert right now. And obviously everybody recognizes saguaro cactus, and we're going to see a lot more. But some of the other shrubbery around here, like these spiny things that are tall to my left, those are called ocotillo. And if you looked closely at them, they all have spines on them. There's mesquite brush here, palo verde trees, which actually the name is Spanish for a green tree. That's one of those right there. I don't know that you wanted a tour necessarily. People have heard about certain cactus that jump off at you and stick to you. And those are actually called jumping choyo. And I'll show you one when we get around.
I'm just thinking though, like, and I hope Nancy's alive somewhere. I mean, obviously,
we all,
you know, but when I look at this, there's a lot of places to hide something.
There is. The topography is extreme. We're at 3,000 feet in elevation, right where we're at right now. And there's a mountain in front of us that goes up to close to 7,000 feet. And there's a mountain to the north of us that goes almost 10,000 feet. And everything in between creates a topography that's a challenge. And as I was mentioning earlier, the search and rescue team for the sheriff's department has really difficult times in trying to locate people who come to this part of the country ill-prepared, without water, get lost. And
do people just vanish and you never find them?
Well, yes, that's happened. Typically they're found, but in many instances they're found deceased because they were ill-prepared. They didn't have enough water. In the summer, you could have 8% humidity and 115-degree temperature. That will kill you very quickly.
So do you have a, I mean, I hate to say gut feeling, but based on, you know, the people you know, and you obviously still know a lot of people, you were at the sheriff's office for how long?
46 years.
46 years. What is your gut telling you right now?
My gut is telling me that she's still alive.
Really?
And that the people who are holding her are trying to manage the logistics to get what they want, which presumably is money, and then safely return her. That's my gut.
So you think it was a kidnap, like a legit kidnapping?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the most logical outcome for this case. But there are certainly other possibilities, and you have one could be she was taken to spite some member of the family. We don't know that, but that certainly is an area that needs to be addressed and looked at.
But I just wonder why. I mean, it just seems like there'd be other people you could kidnap that would be easier, that are connected to more money than just this older woman who needs medicine, can't walk very well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I think as I intimated, the logistics involved in keeping her now into week 2, just healthy and alive, is extremely difficult. And you know, who could do that, and where would you keep her? This particular case has gotten national, even international coverage, and I think Nancy's face is extremely easy to recognize. How do you take her to someplace if in fact you need to get care for her, or have her eat, or use the restroom?
Would it be easy to get her into Mexico?
Yes, it would. There are heavily traveled border areas that you go down, and the United States Border Patrol pretty much gives you access without much question. And the Mexican authorities on the other side are typically, they won't question you. You just go in, and it's highly likely she could be in Mexico. It's my opinion that might be one of the places that would logically make some sense to deal with her.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy though, ain't it?
They're not too far from the border, too. You know what I mean? And did you hear? I seen someone like literally posted in the Discord a screenshot. I think someone posted from Brianna Whitney, says, first time we've seen Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos in person outside headquarters since last Friday. He has not spoken publicly about the Nancy Guthrie case since giving a few words 6 days ago. Tomorrow is 1 week since his last press conference. No word when next will be. Yeah. I don't think he's handling it too well. That guy, this case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that far. And if I was a person that wanted to basically, hide a woman, it would definitely be in Mexico. I would have a place lined up.
We'll see
How it sounds.
Yeah.
We could put it right here. So this is Fox interviewing a family member of the Guthries that were here.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, are you talking about the people that came here and left?
No, it was just one guy.
I guess they don't really care about the lights
A
anymore.
bunch of people would have loved to get this interview. And I just happened to get up there.
Yeah, just put it to the side here, or here. You want to spin it around? Maybe you can see.
There will be no partying in
Right
Vegas.
Maybe they can
Dot,
see it.
dot
They can
loves
see it.
top.
Nah. Do it the other way. Here. Like put it in front of the camera. Maybe that will work.
Oh, it looks beautiful at night there, man. Wow. Look at that.
Got volume?
You know the Guthries.
You start that.
Just to walk. It's a strange feeling to walk down here, and you know the Guthries, and just to walk down here, to put this down here, get a little emotional. So
That's good.
yeah, it's not really. It's just unknown and not knowing what happened to Nancy. And my wife and her family grew up with Savannah and Annie, so they know the Guthries well. My mother-in-law was right over there, so it's pretty close to home. Yeah, pretty sad. Yeah. So that's all I really got to say. Thank you.
So he knows them.
Yeah, his
But
wife,
not necessarily family, but he knows them.
Yeah, his wife, his mother-in-law, lives right here. He said.
Gotcha.
And then his wife grew up with it. So he came.
So just close.
Oh yeah, you know
close,
how that
super
is.
Close.
I will not hush, Jay Fox. I will not hush.
That's how it is starting to get out here, folks.
Just asked the reporter over here from the LA Times. He's been out here all week from the LA Times. He has no idea. They're not reporting about the Black Love.
Man, it's exhausting. I could just imagine being in person there, just doing that stuff. It'd be exhausting. But it's probably very terrible for this family, because you don't know, man. You just don't know. Thank you, sweet one, for the one membership, gift membership. I would be so scared that the national attention would freak out the man that took her, and the money is no longer a priority. That would not likely allow it. That's a possibility, Monica, to be honest with you. That's a sad thing. That's a possibility. I heard they voted against it. We live rurally, and it's a pitch dark here. No city lights. We can see stars. Yeah.
The car parked right there. They just came over to bring some flowers for the Nancy Guthrie. Lots of people have been bringing flowers and just leaving them right here by the mailbox. Growing section of flowers. People hopeful that the tips will come in tonight. Obviously, those 4,000 tips.
Oh, hopefully a good tip will come in. The guy at the door might have been taking his time to see if an alarm would go off. Maybe. But I think the guy probably is an amateur, and you know, if this would have been handled better early on, maybe he would have gotten caught early on, or maybe there would have been information. I hope so too, but every day is getting more dire because this woman needs her medication. She's 84 years old. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to take care of an elderly lady like that. It's you know, I feel bad for the daughter. I mean, she's probably kind of, you know, blaming herself because, you know, the kidnappers probably targeted her mother because she's, you know, rich and famous. You know, imagine if you're in a situation, you know, you work through your life, you get successful, you become rich, you become famous, and then because of that, someone targets your family. And that's a sad thing. I mean, and she's probably beating herself up about it, which is very sad. I mean, she shouldn't, but you know, that's why a lot of these celebrities, they get like, you know, they build these fences and all this stuff is because money kind of puts a target on you, unfortunately. It's sad. And it seemed like this lady was a very nice, you know, Miss Guthrie was very nice. Evening, B. Tim. Hope all is well. If Nancy is deceased and the suspect is caught, would you want the death penalty for the suspect? You mean personally? Yeah, but I mean, in the end of the day, it's up to the family. I always think, like, honestly, I often think death penalties and stuff like that should really be decided by the family. A lot of times, you know what I mean? If they want them to live and live life imprisonment, let them live life imprisonment. But, you know, I always think the family should have control over the sentencing and have the severity of the sentencing when it comes to that. If it was me, you know my answer. Let me see first what you said. I'm just looking at Guthrie's main. Oh, that was their medication. Okay. What's going on? Pretty much people are packing in and pretty much waiting for news. But I think people are starting to pack in because there's been no new news going out. They found a glove, a black glove, a mile and a half away on the side of the road. People think it's possibly the suspect, but it could be anyone's glove, to be honest with you. It's a very common brand glove. So it could just be some rando person tossed it in the middle of the desert. And really, there's not much. I mean, they did an interview with the person that was detained. He's talking about suing. I think he'll have a hard time with his litigation. That's just my opinion. But we'll see. I have questions, though. Why was her home security not better if her daughter is a personality? Well, you saw how she had her Facebook opened. Her Facebook is public. So Nancy Guthrie's Facebook is public. So I don't think she actually had in mind that there was a possibility of a kidnapping or a possibility someone would target her or anything like that. I think a lot of people often think it happens to other people and not them, you know? And I think the same thing happened to her, you know? That's what I think. I think people get a little bit too comfortable, and she probably thought nothing would happen. I mean, how many people think that you're going to be grabbed from your house by a kidnapper while you're sleeping. Not everyone. Not me. Well, actually, me. I do actually put security in place for myself, but I'm a paranoid person. But I sleep with a bat under my bed, like just in case. But not everyone's sitting there getting ready, And in 2026, the Olympic medal race. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, I just think like she probably didn't ever think that this was happen, and I think no normal person would think this would happen. To be honest with you. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, Priceless. What? Sleeping with a bat under the bed? Listen, just in case, I don't know how coordinated I would be. I'm not good. I'm not good waking up and being all coordinated. I'll tell you a funny story. I woke up we used to have this old knight's armor. It was made of tin. We found it in the trash. It was pretty cool, actually. We found it. It was pretty cool. I had it in the house. And I heard noise in the house. And I got up. And I saw a figure standing by the stairs. And I grabbed a bat and I hit it as hard as I could. Made this huge loud sound. So I woke up everyone. Lights go on. It turns out I slammed my bat into the tin knight. Thinking it was a person. And yeah, you gotta be careful. I thought the Tin Knight was someone breaking into my house. Let's just say they had to go to the trash afterwards. Yeah, it was made like of tin. It was not. It was pretty cool. You're not that coordinated when you wake up, and I think so. I'm not from the Dark Ages, but you got to realize that also the time that this guy did this at, she probably goes to bed. As you get older, you go to bed. Like myself, I go to bed around 10, 10:30, maybe 11. The older you get, the earlier you might go to bed. Some people go to bed like 9 o'clock. Some elderly people have a hard time sleeping, so they put on TVs and listen to it and maybe go to bed like 12 or 1. It depends. And I don't know. You could be out of it. She could be completely in deep sleep. Oh, there's JLR. JLR. I guess he's making a video. All right. I go to bed at 1 a.m. and wake up at 8, 7. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I just think they picked a good time to go in there.
So we have video of the search. We have video of the search. We have the soundbite of the neighbor. And then we have images
All right. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was doing my own report.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad, JLR. It's all right. We'll let you off the bat this time, JLR. But next time, we're not going to appreciate that.
Just real quick. Hold on a second, folks.
We'll try to
I just
hold
wanted
on.
to talk about today's event. I made like a short. I'm going to put it up on the line.
Okay, cool. Must have ran out of red shorts. Probably. He needs the red shorts. Maybe you wanted to camouflage yourself in for the javelinas out there. Maybe he was like worried that they would hunt him down, these like little javelinas.
Okay. And Colleen, Colleen can hear me.
He needs a better mic. Well, maybe he will get another mic. Who knows? I mean, the guy got like 1 million views. That's like $5,000 just on
I
ad
was gonna
revenue.
say he's got 2 or 3 of them with millions of views.
Yeah, the guy probably is going to make like $50,000 to $60,000 this month on his channel.
Yep. I mean, not to mention, like I said, I mean, with the memberships and super chats that his community, you know, they super chat and membership him every live stream, which they should. I mean,
Yeah.
he's out there working his fucking ass off. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this. So, I mean,
yeah, I think like when you're out there actually doing stuff like that, then yeah, I don't think that's a problem at all. I've got two
I mean,
dogs.
he's not fucking taunting people. He's not playing baby screaming music outside, you know, of a child being murdered or anything like that. So
You missed me telling the story of. I told a story of my life a little bit of a situation of me waking up badly.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I told them the story of how I destroyed a tin knight I had in my house.
Yeah, I was just looking. I had to see, you know, the only thing we have is this Bitcoin TMZ report with the kidnapper said they want 1 Bitcoin for in return they'll give the information about who the kidnapper is. That report's out. The glove today, the FBI search.
Yeah.
No press conferences by authorities. Did I miss anything else?
Not really. I think there was reports of possibly a mask, but that's like a rumor.
Crazy. Scary.
I did not see him right. I gotta watch that later. Look how dark it is. Wow.
Okay, here we go. Light. Let there be light.
No, you're not gonna have light.
Hold on. I'll put this in the rack here. We're gonna go to Tommaso's.
We're going to Tommaso's. Oh shoot. Whenever they talk about Tommaso, I think of the restaurant in Brooklyn. Tommaso's. I swear to God. Driving with a stranger off a cliff. Well, that would be a very interesting live stream, right? Mystic Butterfly. Yeah, bro. I think it's weird that he would demand 1 Bitcoin. I'd be like, listen,
Tommaso's.
I mean, like, show proof of life that you have this woman, and I think the family would 100% pay you. Fasten your seatbelt. All right, we're driving. We're gonna be driving. Mr. JLR investigates.
All right, it's gonna spin around and bust a Yui here. U-turn.
He's busting a move.
Everything is situated here.
All right, we're getting situated.
Good on battery.
All right.
Let's do this, folks.
Let's do it. Do it, Brutus. Let's go.
This car comes.
Hey there, L's son, Nancy Drew. What's up? I can't even imagine her age. My alarm just had a dysfunction in that night.
Head toward East Camino El Ganado.
I know, Katie K. Well, if he's going to Brooklyn, we'll be there in about 2 weeks. Yeah, if you do, go to Tommaso's.
Don't forget there was a house restaurant right here by her home.
All right, imagine Queen Bee's in the back, eating all the nachos, the cheese nachos, and sneaking it in while no one's looking.
How creepy it is out here.
Just secretly just eating all of JLR's snacks while we're in the back of this car. We're dragging Duke along in with a forklift. Oh, Dolly left like 2 hours ago. He went home. 0 Fox given. She's definitely drinking her cans of water.
Turn left at the next stop sign.
All right, we're turning left. Oh, crap. I feel like we're like in the night.
Stop sign. Turn left onto East Camino La Zorilla.
This reminds me of like that show with like
The FBI
Knight
was
Rider.
all up around here too today.
Not home, just a hotel stitching.
Searching.
I think Dolly's gonna stay probably another day or two. I don't see him staying like till Monday to be honest with you. Yeah, but you know what? If I was an FBI agent, I would be like, listen, I want proof of life before we give you this Bitcoin, and then we negotiate. We'll give you the money, but we need to know if this woman is alive. But the problem is with AI, I don't know what's real and what's not. There's some good AI videos that you can make of people that exist. It's kind of crazy. Do you know Arizona also have giant centipedes? Oh my God. It looked tight on his face. Whatever.
Crazy, folks.
Dolly's been eating. He's been gaining some poundage. He needs to go. Dolly needs a treadmill.
Yes, I got a care package. Thank you.
Yeah, Queen's currently eating the nachos right now. Dark is when the desert creatures come out. Oh, shoot, JR. He's making me car sick. Pull over. We're not pulling over. We're on a mission. You ever remember the Blues Brothers?
We're on a mission, but I'm over here uploading clips to the Hive clip channel real quick. While we're doing this.
Nice. You ever see like the Blues Brothers? We're on a mission from God. I love that movie. The Chase, that was a great movie. 2 was good too. You'd be a great FBI agent. The best FBI agent. We are not there yet. And if you ask that 16 more times,
It's
we're
quite
going to have to ban you.
possible the kidnapper came out this way.
It's
There's
possible.
a school across the street. There's a church here on the right. This here over here, this way will take me towards Oracle. I'll wait till this last car comes and then I'll turn.
All right. Be careful, JLR.
It went out this way.
Really? Really lock loaded? Dolly had Uber Eats delivered?
Yeah.
Even when LA
You want to
told him
point your
don't?
fingers back towards Tommaso or that way. There's like 3 ways to get back that pretty much all ETAs are the same in that 10 to 13 minute range. It's like three ways you could go. That
Yeah, but what's the motivation? Like, why would Tommaso do it? Why would the family do it? You know what I mean, JLR? I don't get
ain't
it.
no lights out here either. Even on the main road here, ain't no lights like that.
We still haven't stopped for Starbucks? I guess not, man. You had a blanket delivered? PJ sent them breakfast right after he got on site his morning. Oh my God. I guess that's nice of her to bring a breakfast, but you shouldn't probably have Uber deliveries to the crime scenes, you know? Probably should just bring your stuff, but whatever. What do I know? I'm not there. I might want an Uber delivery there if I was up to sit there for 6 hours. I can't sit comfortably in my house and kind of get mad at someone wanting to eat in the middle of just doing nothing. Listen, do not insult me and say I would be the coffin doffer. That's an insult. I do not want to be the coffin doffer of the FBI. I do not want to be
Next
her.
flight will take me to Oracle.
That's an insult. I'd rather not be an FBI agent than be coffin doffer.
It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's not far. It's not far.
Thank you, Autumn. It's not far. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. Maybe he's going home. Maybe he's going to Tommaso's. Maybe he's going for a coffee. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. He's just driving us. He's taking us away. Take us to the moon. Have you ever been to Frost Restaurant? My son took me out. No, I have not. I've not been to Frost Restaurant. What is it? What is it like? Is it good?
And then up here, I'll be making a left.
All right. Be careful. Oh, he's going to a town called Argyle. It's about 5 minutes. See, I would not be a good FBI agent. I didn't catch that. Did not catch that. It wasn't meant to. I meant like, you know, the Coffindoffer, man. The funniest thing with Coffindoffer, when she secretly wore like a jacket and glasses and a hat and tried to sneak to the side of the house and take pictures. And when someone's alarm came off and said, "Who's there?" she just starts scurrying off or running off. That was the funniest clip I ever seen of that woman. It was ridiculous. She looked like Carmen Sandiego.
I should have went.
Yeah, like way to be stealthy. Wear a trench coat, glasses, and a hat. I'm sure in a residential neighborhood. I'm sure no one will
Down here over the Circle K and make a right.
I like Holidays Inn last 3 times.
But law enforcement has been reported by Fox News that law enforcement were going to locations, businesses here on this strip here, in this general area, asking them about surveillance.
Makes sense.
From 9:30 p.m. Saturday night, January 31st into 11:30 a.m. February 1st. Businesses around here, they were seeking surveillance. I know for a fact here on the left, the Chevron station, feds went there. They told me.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Now, I haven't went from business to business to business to ask who asked for what, because we've been streaming. But when I first got here, I kind of sleuthed around, and definitely we heard from the Circle K down the road here, and then I got the Chevron. But I didn't really go to any other businesses except a Bitcoin drop-off at the CVS on the other direction. But I haven't really went that route. The media pretty much has reported that they were all in this area looking for surveillance.
Why are we following this person? Because he's on the ground near the house of Miss Guthrie's kidnapping.
We're going to Tommaso's home. We're just gonna see what's up there right now.
So we're trying to get like details, and a lot of FBI agents are there.
Hoping to get that break in the case.
I hope so too. Let me see. KDK, you better have my back when B Tim comes after me. Oh no. Listen, I was talking about Coffindoffer. I don't know nothing. I really don't want to comment too much about voices, to be honest with you. B Tim too polite and gentleman. He won't hurt you. Oh no.
Here we go. We're going down this little hill here, make a left, and we're at Tommaso's. We have to go up a hill a little bit, but we're at Tommaso's. Just about there. Tommaso. Annie Guthrie and Tommaso. Here we go, right here.
Queen, check the back chat when you get a chance.
Media's here. Media's still out here, camped out at this home. Got their cameras and their lights. Look at this. Look at this media camera here. It's literally shined on the house. They shine the light. Imagine that. Imagine your home and the media got lights shined on your house. They're shining lights on their home. It's crazy, isn't it? That's the bodyguard. Isn't that crazy? Let me turn around.
All right, we're turning around. We're
It's
going on a
creepy
field
going
trip.
Back of their neighborhood at night, even back here, gets creepy. It's pitch black.
Hunter says he's going to location of interest related to the story. Yeah, I mean, basically, he's doing what most news reporters are doing. No, I don't think he's following people.
We'll do another walk.
That'd be kind of crazy, though, if he did that. I'd be like, oh, my God. He's been everywhere. Mainstream media hung out. Yep. What can you point out, the citizen?
Nighttime walk. I got the flashlight. Where's my flashlight? Here it is. We got the flashlight. I got the flashlight. Woo, it's cold out here when that sun goes down.
Yeah, it does get cold in the desert. Savannah has property. Year, maybe family there. Maybe. I think JLR has done very well here. I don't think there's any criticism you can really lodge at him. You know what I mean? Hopefully he keeps up doing stuff like this and not create, and keeps up doing positive things. I always think it's good that people change and do positive things. A lot of times people criticize people all the time on here, but you have to give kudos to people who change positively too. You got to say to yourself, you know what? Someone who's, who started out terribly, let's just say that much, is doing better. And hopefully he keeps it up. Let's hope he does it.
Annie and Tommaso's home.
Mine is the pizza. Well, the pizza delivery wasn't him. It was actually someone watching. So someone from Oregon ordered him a pizza to be nice to him. So he had no idea that the pizza was going there to the address. He had no idea. So we're not going to put the pizza stuff on him. That was just a random sub that did that for him. That could happen to anyone, actually.
What really happened at this home?
We don't know. We're going to try to find out.
How's it going? Any action here? Only what I see. Not much of anything.
You're not an idiot, by the way. It's just, it is what it is. It's fine.
Huh? Oh, you've been here an hour?
Oh, wow. I just love the plants in this place. Like, all these desert plants are great, man. Don't need a lot of water. They look beautiful. The pizza wasn't the fault. It was crazy, but at least it made security time. I couldn't believe security actually. You know what was crazier than that? Darcy came in the chat and gave the mop. She said that the Amazon package
coyotes out here
was delivered.
Let me just show you something out here. Let me just go out this way real quick.
Was delivered right after with the press watching.
Neighbors about their property. Now, say a body's buried around here.
Oh no. Let's not say a body's buried around here. But like, can you imagine an Amazon delivery person walks up to a crime scene and tosses an Amazon package next to blood on the floor while the news media is watching? That's crazy to me. I thought initially it was like between the hours before the report of the kidnapping, but I was told by someone, Darcy, that basically it was like while the press was taking photos. So it's like, how is the scene not quartered off? And how is an Amazon guy just tossing a package right next to blood on the floor? That was the most wildest thing. Not the pizza incident. The Amazon delivery was. It's like they haven't really taken this early on this crime scene seriously.
See what I mean? This is crazy stuff. This is called Northern Hills. But in back of the property, there's entire like things back here. Just like hills and canyon type things. Takes you far deep down. Ravines. There ain't nothing out here. There's a body out here somewhere.
I don't know.
Fox News saying second glove found.
Where's Silver's on the scene?
Yeah, now we're gonna get into Glovegate.
Definitely Glovegate. Yeah, get back in your car. Like first you go with a random person through in the wood, like in the mountains, almost driving off a cliff, and now you're like, "Where's a body? There could be a body out here."
Throw a body out, and I don't mean to be. Come on, let's be real. The feds are in the air looking for body in the neighborhood or evidence. It appears to me they're looking in places, in tunnels, in pipes. In pipes. I've seen them go in pipes. I've seen them go in RV trailers. I've seen them look around properties.
I mean, he's not wrong. There is a possibility that she could have been killed and buried somewhere. It's a possibility.
Why are they searching a neighbor's RV? So I stash evidence there? No, a body.
I think like their FBI is open to anything, and they're searching.
Possibility somebody could put a gun somewhere, or a backpack, or something. That's true too. Scary out here.
Yeah,
their house is right there. You can't see it, but even with a flashlight out here, you're not even gonna be suspicious. Nobody can see it. Can anybody hear me? Can anyone hear me? You can't even hear. Nobody can hear you. Anyone hear me out there?
We can.
Hello.
You're too loud, JLR.
Just say yes. You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes,
JLR.
we can all hear you, buddy.
You can't even hear anything. This is some serious stuff, folks.
It's definitely serious. He's walking down like a dark road now. This is like a horror movie. This might not be good for
Can anyone hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, JLR. Can you hear us? I'm waving to you right now. Hey, what's up? Come over here in this dark bush over here.
Crazy. All right, I'm going to head back up towards the vehicles because I'm getting a little creepy out. It's getting creepy. Plus, you got to deal with all that.
All right, we're in the back desert here.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's really dark.
Where's Nancy?
Whoa, look how dark it got without the light. Holy crap.
Is she back here in this neighborhood somewhere?
How he's whispering? Are we like the Blair Witch Project? Imagine if he runs into Javelina. They just started they started on the live stream.
You can't even see nothing. You can't see no plate. You can't even see the kind of car that is.
I mean, this is actually pretty good, actually, because you get an idea of how dark it was at the time of the kidnapping. And now you can really realize that it makes sense that this guy was able to come into this neighborhood without anyone really noticing where he was, because it's that dark. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting. Now you know, because a lot of people have a hard time imagining.
In fact, FBI was at the neighbor's house across the street, and the other neighbors. We filmed it yesterday. 100% fact.
Yeah. It really is a good perspective to see how dark it is. It kind of reminds me of Kylie Rodney.
Outside the home of Annie and Tommaso.
You know, Kylie Rodney, we had a person drive a car.
Where she was taken back to her house. Catalina Foothills.
Catalina Foothills.
Where is she?
Yeah, so it's a good way to get a perspective when you have someone at the scene that shows you how dark it could get. And back in the country, it gets really dark. We're so used to living in cities and stuff like that. We don't realize how dark it gets out there. And if you think about one or two suspects coming in, maybe driving in with no lights on, maybe coming into a neighborhood, it's not out of the range.
Yeah, for sure. Here we go. Let's play this for a minute.
Oh, I got to go, Queen. I'm going to sit down.
All right, baby. We'll see you later. Good night.
Night.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum, and this is the story. We have major developments in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old mom to Savannah Guthrie. She was last seen, Mrs. Guthrie, 11 days ago now. The FBI has been launching an extensive search. We see investigators out on foot in a very large area in the Catalina foothills. And we're going to give you some proximity on how far that is from the Guthrie home in just a moment. But that comes more than 24 hours after the stunning release yesterday. This was a huge, huge development in this case of these images that you see on your screen. That's the search area that you're looking at right now. And then let's put up these images that appeared yesterday, which have really broken this open in a huge way. This man walking into Mrs. Guthrie's front porch around the time she is believed to have vanished from that home. Now, the image is reportedly leading to a very dramatic uptick, as you would expect. This is why the FBI released them. Lots and lots of new phone calls, new tips as people get a look at the eyes of this individual, the gait, his height, his size, and try to figure out if this is somebody that they know and can help the FBI with. So TMZ founder Harvey Levin had another development. He tells Fox that he received a third note. They have received some of the prior notes with regard to this ransom that may or may not be factual. In this one, someone claimed to know who the kidnapper is. So we're going to get you more information on that. A lot floating around. So we have to be careful as we watch all this come in. But we kick things off right now with our senior correspondent, Alicia Acuna, who is live outside Annie Guthrie, the daughter's home right now, with some new information. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Martha. And this just happened within the last few minutes here. We saw an unmarked vehicle come up to the front of the home, and we saw what we believe were two agents. They walked inside the house. They weren't in there for more than 10 minutes, I would say. And they came out, the two agents. One was carrying two different bags. One was a brown paper bag. One looked like a white plastic bag. The other agent also had on latex gloves. And then they checked the mailbox right before they left and drove away. Our producer, Alex Rego, was shouting questions at them, just trying to get some clarification of why they are here. They, of course, did not answer in that moment. But a reminder, on Saturday, we also saw quite a bit of activity at this home behind me when you had agents from the FBI and investigators from the Sheriff's Department coming here at 8:30 at night. They went into that house. They were in the garage, and our team saw flashes of light like someone was taking pictures in there, and then also in a whole other different part of the home. They were here for 2.5 hours, also left with a brown paper bag, and they had some sort of folding table with them as well. Keep in mind, this is all happening as the FBI says they are also on foot right now, searching portions of the foothills, which is also where Nancy Guthrie's home is located. It's in the foothills of the Catalina Mountains. They're out there doing a search as well. We've seen them walking the lines of the roads, and we've also seen them in the brush doing a search. So this is a very active investigation, and it continues. Martha?
Good information, Alicia. Thank you very much. Obviously, you'll let us know if we see agents returning to Annie Guthrie's home. We've seen it a couple of times now, and they left, as you say, moments ago with a couple of bags in hand after they came out of that home. With that, we bring in former FBI Special Agent and Criminal Defense Attorney Stuart Kaplan. Stuart, great to have you with us. What's your reaction to this latest information from Elisa Acuna on the scene there?
Well, Martha, let me unpack a lot of things. Number one is the first priority to the FBI is to try to locate and return Nancy Guthrie to her family safe and sound. And I think we can all agree that to some extent the FBI may not be able to control that outcome. Number two is, and there's been a lot of criticism today, it seems that the investigation has stalled, or why is there a lag? Why don't we see as much flurry of activity as we saw yesterday? The FBI, if they're going to apprehend and arrest someone and prosecute that person not only has to be the right person, but they have to get him right. What does that mean? That means this case, absent the person coming in and confessing and turning himself in, it's going to be a circumstantial evidence case. That means that the FBI must cross the T's and dot the I's, because all of this circumstantial evidence is open for challenge in a court of law if and when they apprehend the individuals or the individual that is responsible. So that's why you see this kind of behind the scenes, I think, not as much flurry as activity, but I can tell you that the FBI is working around the clock. Number three, this video, or the pictures that were released yesterday, facial recognition, which has not really been touched upon, relies upon geometrical measurements or geometrical mapping. Notwithstanding this individual is wearing a mask, there are enough geometrical measurements that can be elicited from those pictures in that video that the FBI is using very, very sophisticated technology, which is not known to the public or available to the public, to perhaps be able to narrow those persons of interest to positively identify that individual that was captured on that doorbell camera. So let me just say, and I said it several days ago, technology in this case is at the forefront. The FBI has deployed some very, very sophisticated technology, normally not seen or not visible to the general public. This case is going to crack wide open. Now, with respect to the FBI returning to Annie Guthrie's house, obviously, when you take a look at the statistics of abductions or kidnappings, sometimes, unfortunately, they lead right back to a family member. And look, we don't really want to go down that road because of the people that are involved in this particular case, but there seems to be something that continues to draw them back, and it just may be either to include or to exclude those individuals that reside in that house.
Yeah, while you have been speaking, we've been watching over and over. And this is brand new video just in that we're looking at. Alicia Acuna, our reporter on the scene, told us that Annie Guthrie's house is once again where the FBI is conducting this search. And when you see, we'll show it to you in a second again, these two individuals walking out of the house. They have, here he comes, two individuals in this investigation, a white garbage bag tied at the top, and then like a shopping bag that they put into their vehicle. Then the other agent wraps around. He takes one quick look in the mailbox, and then they get in the car and take this away. So this comes after a couple of nights ago. We saw flashes of light inside that house at Annie Guthrie's. What can you tell us when you look at sort of the demeanor of these actions that we're seeing of these two agents here on this video, Stuart?
Well, Well, clearly, that's the continuation of the collection of evidence. And when you see, for example, the gentleman wearing the blue latex gloves, that obviously is to protect the integrity of whatever was seized or whatever was turned over voluntarily by the family to these agents. That whatever that is going to go back to either Quantico, Virginia, or to a local sheriff's department's laboratory for forensic analysis. But keep in mind, again, that video yesterday was very, very telling with respect to a backpack, sneakers, a holster, a sweatshirt, a mask. And again, technology is being utilized and deployed to narrow down where that article of clothing may have been sold, who had access to it, who purchased it. Again, we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and we're narrowing the field of potential subjects, and we're zeroing in almost to the point where it's very close to being able to resolve this case.
Well, I hope you're right. One of the things that I know from speaking with another former FBI agent is just in terms of the digital footprint that they're getting. It takes a little while to get this going, but they will be able, through the cellular analysis survey team, to gather every piece of cell phone, the individuals that they're looking at and talking to, and find out who they were speaking to in this area. It's a fairly sparsely populated area, so it limits, some of the amount of numbers that they have to go through, but it does take time. And then with each day that passes, it feels like they're getting more of that information, Stuart. And that is probably the reason that they come back to certain places as they pursue this, right?
100%. And just so you know, the digital footprint, we call it digital footprint exhaust. And so when you're moving about with your Apple Watch or your iPhone or whatever smartphone, those phones, those devices are pinging off of cell phone towers. And that gives a lot of geographical location information. And so we may be able to capture some cell phone data in or around Nancy's house, cross-reference it by way of example of a place that may have sold that type of article of clothing, a backpack, a pair of sneakers, a holster. Again, we're taking all of this information, all of these data, all of these crumbs, and we're trying to build a puzzle. And I use the analogy of, you have a picture of on the box of a puzzle, what it's supposed to look like when you put it all together. We're picking up the pieces of the puzzle, and we're slowly and methodically putting it together so that at the end, the outcome is a resolution that can be presented in a court of law to get the person right, the right person right, beyond a reasonable doubt, so that we don't have all of this effort and then we lose the case on a technicality because someone didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, it's a great point. What's undeniable is that they've been going back to certain places, and Annie Guthrie's home is one of them. It makes sense. It's the last place that they know that Nancy Guthrie was before she went home, according to the story of that evening. So it makes perfect sense that they're going to be going back there as they get more information and more cell phone data, and they're tracking those phones to see the movement of them and where they went over the course of that night. All of this gets put together as a puzzle piece, as you pointed out. Stuart Kaplan, thank you so much. Always good to have you with us, Stuart. Thank you. So Fox team coverage from Arizona, as investigators are, as we have been talking about with Stuart Kaplan, once again spotted.
Back to JLR's non-shenanigans.
So they shine lights on their home. The media shine lights on the house. This is NBC News. You have any comment?
of the road. And as we got closer, we thought it might be a glove. And then all of a sudden, somebody appeared, one of the FBI agents with a bag, and he put the black object in the bag. It wasn't until later when I saw the high resolution photos that the photographer had taken that we did realize that it was a glove.
So obviously, I mean, it sounds like, you know, you're coming upon them. Was this sort of just a, I mean, where were they? Where were you? Was this sort of something that had been abandoned on the side of the road, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, it had just been discarded on the side of the road. It was actually, I mean, if you were just walking past it, you would have seen it. We were about 1.4 miles south from Nancy Guthrie's house. And on Thursday, that's where officers and agents were canvassing. So we just happened to be on the road when those agents pulled over and saw that they were looking at something, and we just kept following them. So,
and you got all those high resolution pictures. So let me ask you, Georgia, because when you were able to look at those, I mean, there was obviously the object, but then when you're able to look at your pictures and compare them to the images that we have all seen in the doorbell camera footage of, you know, what appears to be a glove on that person's hand right there, did it look to you, as you compare the two, that it could be the same type of glove?
It does appear that way to me. However, I'm no glove expert, and we only have those photos. So, and the sun was kind of glaring off of the glove. So I'm really curious to see what investigators are going to be saying in the next couple of days about them. But yes, I mean, off the bat, it certainly seems that way.
All right. Well, Georgia, thank you very much for sharing what you did see today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Erin.
All right, and everyone is here with me now. So, John, you hear Georgia going through what she saw, and then you could see the images because they were able to get her and her photojournalist with her, the close high-res images. And this is 1.4 miles, she said, from Guthrie's home. And you could see literally right along the side of the road, they got it. And it didn't look like it had been sitting there for that long. When they picked it up, it was just sitting on the top of the scrub. What does that tell you, and what are you hearing?
Well, it tells me that they found what they were looking for. Now, we don't know if this glove is connected to this crime,
right.
But as she points out, and as we can see for ourselves, it is certainly ballpark for the image we see on that video camera as similar enough to be very promising. The point of it is, though, is if you're in the middle of an abduction and, you know, you're in a car with ski masks and gloves and who knows what else, the idea of not being stopped or discarding all of that in one place lends itself towards a scenario where you toss this one out the window here. You toss the other glove, you know, 2 miles after that. You toss the ski mask here. The ski mask is the kind of thing that an abductor might have kept so that when they get to wherever the holding place was, the victim couldn't see their face. On the other hand, it's not the kind of thing you want to get stopped with. So I like the theory of doing that grid search down the road and saying, what could have been tossed from a car, because this is promising.
Right. Now, of course, we're on day 11, Wally, which I think, you know, some would say, gosh, where are we on day 11? And this is happening now. But I mean, this case has confounded everyone. So you obviously are a hostage negotiator. So you've been in these situations also as a homicide detective. What could investigators potentially learn from a glove? If this is the glove, we don't know if it is, but if it is, how much could you learn from it?
Oh boy, this is such a great piece of evidence. When I say great piece of evidence, it means that we go with the fact that it is the glove until we can prove differently. But from that glove, there's so much in Quantico what the forensic team can get. For instance, they can get hair and fibers from the inside. They can get DNA. They can get cells. They can find out even the lot and block number where that material was made. It's an unbelievable piece of evidence. They may not have the perp on this one, but they will find out where that glove came
Could they
to.
even get a fingerprint from the inside?
It's kind of hard, but
Yeah.
stranger things have happened.
So, you know, Bob Krieger, as we're looking at a side-by-side of those two images, obviously these teams, these are FBI that were picking that glove up today, but we know SWAT teams are out there nonstop. You've just retired from one in Pima County just days ago. So when we watch them, in the case of this glove, right, they're going, this is the side of the road, so it's sort of, you know, rocks and some dust. And then there's obviously the cacti and the shrub, which maybe from a distance don't look dense, but when you're in them, certainly feel that way. So knowing the area as well as you do, what do you think when you see a glove like this being picked up and a grid search now going so carefully down the road?
Well, I think it's an excellent job by the investigators to have expanded their search to be 1.5 miles away from the location and continue looking for any piece of evidence. The terrain around Tucson, even in Nancy's neighborhood where we're at now, it's rough. You know, I've worked it for 30 years, and it's easy to miss things. So, you know, if they hadn't searched that area, or they had, and it showed up, if nothing else, it's another lead to follow up on. But with the terrain, with the desert, with the brush, like you said, things can be missed. And that's, I'm sure, why investigators have continued to come back to the area and continued to go over some of the same places that they had been to in the past.
Yeah, and you know, obviously when you think about just the vastness of the space you're looking at.
All right, folks. With that being said, I'm going to sign off for the night. If something else breaks, you will definitely hear it here on JLR Investigates. Boots on the ground outside Annie and Tommaso's home. We will go to any key location centered around this case. Wherever the FBI goes, we go. Wherever Pima County sheriffs go, we go. Wherever any law enforcement goes, we go. Wherever there's a situation, we go. We will continue to follow this, every twist and turn in the case of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. She's out there somewhere. What happened? Who's involved? What in the world is going on here, people? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. Boots on the ground latest. Gloves being found. Searches all over the place. Neighbors being asked questions. We will stay with this story. So I'm going to sign off, get a little rest. Got the phone on standby. If there's any arrests, any searches at locations, I'll pop back up and go live with the tripod. All right, we cover boots on the ground, true crime 24/7, 365 on JLR Investigates. Thank you, everyone who contributed. The JLR Army strong. Justice for Nancy will continue to bring public awareness. I will be back. See you tomorrow morning, folks. If anything else breaks in the middle of the night, we'll come back on. All right. Have a good night, everyone. JLR Investigates.
Damn. And that's all it is. There it is. There it is. JLR Investigates signing off. His ass is gone. He gonna go home and go to fuck to bed, which is what he probably should do. And on that note, I think I'm going to sign off of here too and head on out because it's 9 o'clock and we've been on and off most of the day here today. It's fucking around. So I will see you guys later. I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow morning. I'll be in the Discord. I uploaded some new clips to the clip channel. If y'all got time, go over there and show some love. Leave some comments. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for showing love. Thank you for hanging out. And as always, I will see you on the next one. QB out.